Hey gang, Stuart Goffey again. This is a quick update on my previous video, number 198, where I talked about the mute and solo controls. Hat tip to Peter S. for bringing this to my attention. Let's go over to Audacity and take a quick look at our project again. So we've got our narration, our owl sound effect, and the storm in the background again. And last time I mentioned that the mute and solo buttons were not connected to one another, that if you have more than one track muted, you could solo any track, and even though the mute stayed activated as far as the control is concerned, the track would be active and you could hear it play back, as you can tell by the blue waveform here. And that you could solo, as we say, more than one track, that they basically get added to a group of tracks that are allowed to be heard when you play back anything. All that is true by default. And then there's a setting that you can change under the tracks and tracks behaviors in preferences. There's this solo button control, and it defaults to multi-track. If we change that to simple and say okay, now the behavior is more like some of the DAWs that I talked about in the previous video, where solo means mute everything else, right? Play this track and you'll notice that the mute controls were turned on for all the other tracks. And if I click on the third track on solo, it mutes the first two, right? So I can only solo one track at a time. If I click on the middle one, the other two get muted. If I click on the first one, the last two get muted. So that's the behavior that's more like the radio buttons in a car that we talked about last time. And it's up to you which way you like to have it. If you prefer the way we talked about in the first video, just go into preferences and set it to multi-track. I'm Stuart, hope this helps.